What's going on, my exotic family? It's your boy Dre. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is actually requested. I'm going to actually be answering a question that I got on Instagram, and we're going to be talking hots today, people. We're going to be talking venomous snakes. Stay tuned. Alright everybody, so welcome back to the channel. Like I said, I'm going to be answering a question that was asked to me on Instagram, and the question is, your opinion on hots, would you ever own one, which and why? So 3 questions right there, and if you don't know what hots are, hots is basically a nickname for venomous snakes in the reptile community. And how do I feel about them? I really am fascinated by venomous snakes. I think they're really beautiful. They're, magnificent animals. Obviously, there is that scare factor there, obviously, because most can kill you, which is why I will not get any. Now, I won't sit here and say I didn't contemplate the idea. I actually did look up the laws here in Ohio, and as it comes to, well, as it stands, I actually would be able to own venomous. However, the hoops that you have to jump through to get, the licensing, the permits, and everything like that just isn't worth it, especially for an animal that could potentially kill me, definitely. So not something that I would get into. That's definitely something that I did think about. And then, so the education side of me was like, that would be dope, to educate people on these animals, to get them to understand that these guys aren't out to kill you, although they can. However, the ethical side of my brain was like, Dre, you don't need that, bro. So, not to mention, I have had, a snake, 2 snakes actually, get out on me before, and I don't think I could live with myself if any of my venomous animals got loose. Even if they're at another facility, it's just scary to think about. So I don't think that's something I could ever actually be comfortable with doing. Not to mention, you guys know I love handling my animals, and most venomous animals definitely frowned upon to free handle, and not that I care with what most people think. However, it is all about safety when it comes to those guys. Safety for you and safety for that animal. So now that I've answered that portion, I guess we can talk about what snakes I do like, ones that I would have owned, or ones that I like. So I guess I'll give you my top 5, I guess, which would be monocle cobra. I'll post pictures of them up here. Very pretty snakes. They don't get anywhere as big as king cobras, but they're very pretty. And I just really like the way they look, and I really just wanted to expand my knowledge, my education with these creatures. But again, not gonna do it because I don't think that would be the best move for me. And again, it's not something that I want to have to continuously worry about, especially, I have days where I get busy, and it's bad enough if, a snake gets loose, but a venomous snake at that, that's way, it's just way too much. Gaboon Viper, definitely a heavy hitter in the reptile community. If you get bit by one of those, you are definitely going to have some complications, no questions asked. But they are very beautiful snakes. And that's the one thing about me, is I don't have to have a specific animal in order to respect it and admire it. The fact that I know what these animals are capable of is enough for me. So I think hands down, my very favorite venomous snake is going to be bush vipers, variable bush vipers. I think they're very pretty. They're pretty small. Squamata is what they call them, or their scientific name. But they're very pretty snakes. But again, they do pack a punch. They're arboreal little venomous snakes. And I do have friends that have venomous snakes, and I commend them for their efforts and how they keep theirs. Again, I wish I could do it, but I don't think for my circumstances with having a baby, and I don't have a separate property, and just knowing me, I don't think it's right for me. But those are definitely like in my top 3. And then I'm not gonna lie, I did want some type of rattlesnake, just because those are the reason why I like particular animals, is because these are what we see on TV, and they're perceived as one thing, and they're really not. Again, yes, they come with a completely different defense system. I mean, they're gonna bite, but theirs comes with a lot more of a punch than, let's say a ball python. They're perceived to be these evil animals. In actuality, they're not. They have, a purpose, just as regular snakes. And natively where most of these snakes are from, it's all about balance in the ecosystem. We don't need to talk about the whole Florida situation to kind of realize that, but those are some of my favorites, and that's what I wanted to get into, but again, not gonna happen. And I'd rather just not have to worry about that, and I don't think I could live with myself if in the case somebody did get bit. And again, there's just so many hoops that I have to go through. You gotta get the insurance and everything. And I'm not saying I shouldn't have to. That's great. I'm glad that they have that system in place, because now, here in Ohio, we don't have issues with that because it's regulated and it's not a problem. So, but again, I do think they are very beautiful snakes, and they definitely should be respected. If they aren't, then they will definitely remind you of why they should be respected. So if you are thinking of getting into venomous, at least here in Ohio, we have regulations. There aren't regulations everywhere. So if you are thinking of getting into them, definitely make sure you do your research and always be safe. Never get too comfortable with these animals. Again, they're not aggressive. It's just their natural behavior. These guys aren't typically supposed to be pets. So if you get them and you try to turn them into a pet, more than likely you're going to pay the price. But so that's how I feel about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very, very quick video. Again, that was requested by Z's Reptiles, I think it is. Let me double check. I don't want to mess up the name. Anybody who recommends or requests anything, I try to give them. Yep, so here it is, Z's Reptiles here on Instagram. So if you can, make sure you go give them a follow. I appreciate that question. That was actually a good question. I was actually going to do a video on venomous snakes in the past, but I didn't know how you guys would feel about it or if I would want to, but here you go. So appreciate the question. Hit that subscribe button, drop that comment below. Let me know how you guys feel about HOTS or venomous reptiles. What is your favorite? Hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on so you don't miss any uploads. I upload every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow me on Instagram at DW Exotics, and as always, stay exotic.